Listen closely to the frequency of this moment. This is not a coincidence. You did not click on this by accident, and the algorithm did not randomly place this in your path. We need to speak about what is happening right now, in the unseen spaces between your thoughts and the fabric of your reality. You are arriving here, at this precise second, because your internal guidance system aligned you with this message. You are standing on the precipice of the single most significant energetic event of our lifetime. We are approaching a moment that the mystics have whispered about, and quantum theorists are only just beginning to model. We are standing at the edge of 2025. But you must understand, this is not just a calendar date. It is not merely another trip around the sun or a change in the digits we write on a page. It is a threshold. It is a cosmic event horizon. For decades, there has been a slow, rhythmic building of energy, a silent accumulation of pressure within the collective consciousness of humanity. Think of it like a dam holding back a massive river. For years, the water has risen inch by inch, creating stress, creating microfractures, creating a sense of inevitable change. The stability you have grown used to, that sense that tomorrow will be exactly like yesterday, is dissolving. The predictability that kept the illusion of the material world intact is ending. This is not said to induce fear. Fear is a low vibration, and we are moving beyond it. This is said to induce clarity. This is quantum mechanics applied to the soul of humanity. When probability waves align, when enough individual minds shift their frequency, the unified field reaches a tipping point. It does not change gradually. It reorganizes instantly. You are here because you can feel the static in the air. You can feel the acceleration. Ask yourself, have you not felt it? That strange, pervasive sense that time itself is compressing. It feels as though the hours are evaporating before you can even grasp them. You look at the clock, and then you blink, and half the day is gone. This is not poor time management. This is not you getting older. This is the collapse of linear time constructs as we approach the 0 point of the shift. The structure of reality is becoming fluid. The dense, heavy, slow-moving energy of the old world is being bombarded by a higher, faster frequency. And this friction is what you are experiencing as anxiety or restlessness, or that unshakable feeling that something massive is about to happen. We are currently existing in the phase transition. In physics, water remains water, liquid and flowing, all the way up until it hits the freezing point. It looks the same at 34 degrees as it does at 33 degrees. But the moment it hits 32 degrees, a radical, sudden structural change occurs. It becomes ice. It changes state completely. Collective consciousness operates by these same laws of physics. We have been in the cooling phase, the preparation phase, where shifts happen individually and quietly. But 2025 is the freezing point. It is the moment of crystallization. It is the moment where the liquid potential of humanity hardens into a new, undeniable reality. The things that used to be rare, telepathy, synchronicity, instant manifestation, are about to become the baseline standard. The things that used to be stable, corrupt systems, old hierarchies, the illusion of separation, are about to become chaotic and then obsolete. The impossible is becoming inevitable. Your soul brought you here because a part of you, the part that exists outside of time, already knows this. You are preparing. You have been preparing for a very long time, even if you did not realize it. Think back over the last few years of your life. Look at the landscape of your personal history. How many times have you been broken? How many times has your heart been shattered, your certainty destroyed, your identity stripped away until you felt like you were nothing? You have endured personal apocalypses. You have walked through the fire of loss, of confusion, of isolation. You may have asked the universe, why is this happening to me? Why is it so hard? I am here to tell you that none of that was punishment. It was not bad luck. It was training. You were being put through a rigorous spiritual boot camp. You were being forced to learn how to find your balance when the ground beneath you was shaking. You were being taught how to maintain your inner light when the outer world went dark. Most of the population has never experienced a true shattering of their reality. They are still asleep, dreaming that the old world is permanent. They rely on external structures to tell them who they are and what is safe. But you have already lost those structures. You have already survived the collapse of your personal illusions. This means that when the collective illusions begin to collapse in 2025, you will not panic. You will not crumble. You will stand tall as a pillar of light because you have already walked this path alone. The isolation you felt, that terrible sense of being different, of not fitting in with your family or your peers, that was necessary. It was designed to sever your dependency on the hive mind. It forced you to develop your own internal compass. If you had stayed comfortable in the herd, you would be lost right now. But because you were pushed to the margins, because you had to find your own truth, you are now sovereign. You are an autonomous conduit for the new frequency. We are seeing the signs of this quantum reorganization everywhere, specifically in how reality feels dreamlike. Have you noticed the thinning of the veil? The boundary between what is real and what is imagined is becoming permeable. You might have memories of events that do not match the history books or the memories of those around you. These are not failures of your mind. They are bleeding edges of timelines merging. As we approach the threshold, the infinite possibilities of the quantum field begin to overlap. You are becoming a multi-dimensional traveler, standing with one foot in the dense physical world and one foot in the etheric realms. Consider your sleep patterns. Are you waking up consistently between 3 in the morning and 4 in the morning? Are your dreams more vivid, more visceral than your waking life? This is because your physical vessel is upgrading. You are downloading massive packets of data from the galactic core, while your conscious mind is offline. Your nervous system is being rewired to handle a higher voltage of light. If you tried to process these downloads while you were awake, it would fry your circuits. So, you wake up in the middle of the night buzzing with energy, feeling an electric aliveness in your spine or your hands. This is the body preparing for the shift. It is recalibrating to match the resonance of the new earth that is birthing through us. The synchronicities are no longer subtle winks from the universe. They are shouting. You see the same numbers over and over. 11, 11, 2, 2, 2, 4, 4, 4. You think of a person and they call you 3 seconds later. You ask a question in your mind and a song on the radio answers it explicitly. This is the unified field showing you its structure. It is revealing that separation is an illusion. Everything is connected, and the latency between thought and reality is disappearing. The lag time is vanishing. You have felt a growing distance from the old world, haven't you? Conversations with people who are still operating in the old paradigm feel flat, draining, and superficial. You look at the systems of society, politics, finance, media, and they do not just look broken. They look absurd. They look like a bad theater production that everyone has forgotten is fake. This perception is not cynicism. It is the clarity of a higher vibration. You are vibrating at a rate that is no longer compatible with the density of the old lies. You are seeing the matrix for what it is because you are unplugging from it. Every challenge you have faced was the universe building your spiritual muscles. The dark nights of the soul were necessary to hollow you out so you could be filled with this new, potent energy. You needed to learn how to surrender control. You needed to learn how to trust the void. Because the transition we are entering in 2025 is a collective void. It is the space between trapeze bars. The old bar has been released, but the new bar has not yet been caught. For the unawakened, this space is terrifying. It looks like chaos. It looks like the end. But for you, the prepared, the awakened, you know that the void is the womb of creation. It is where the magic happens. You have felt the urge to simplify, to clear out clutter, to end toxic relationships, to move your location. This is your energetic field trying to reduce resistance. The energy that is incoming is intense. If your life is full of friction and density, that intensity will manifest as stress or illness. If you are clear, if you are open, that intensity manifests as power, as inspiration, as boundless love. You are being asked to become a superconductor. Do not doubt your intuition during this time. That quiet knowing you have, that sense that something big is coming, trust it. It is not paranoia, it is precognition. Your higher self exists outside of linear time and can see the storm clouds gathering on the horizon long before the first drop of rain falls in the physical dimension. You are the early warning system. You are the scout. And because you are the scout, you do not have the luxury of denial. You have to be awake. The year 2025 is the year the quantum potential breaks through the barrier of physical matter. It is the year the wave collapses into the particle on a global scale. We are moving from a reality defined by survival, competition, and scarcity into a reality defined by coherence, unity, and instant creation. But birth is never without sensation. Birth is intense. It involves pressure. It involves the breaking of waters. The breaking of the old world is the breaking of the waters. You must reframe your entire life story through this lens. You were never a victim. You were a recruit. You were specifically selected to carry the frequency of stability when the rest of the world begins to shake, when the financial systems wobble, when the political narratives fracture, when the very climate of the planet shifts. You will be the eye of the storm. You will be the one breathing deeply, anchored in the present moment, radiating a calm that defies logic. People will look to you, not because you have the intellectual answers, but because you have the energetic resonance of safety. Your very presence will calm the nervous systems of those around you. This is your mission. This is why you are here. And the fact that you are engaging with this transmission right now is the confirmation that your training is complete. You are ready. Even if you feel tired, even if you feel unsure, your soul is ready. The energy is already moving through your meridians. Can you feel the tingle? Can you feel the heat rising? That is the activation code. The sequence has been initiated. We are standing at the last moment of relative quiet. It is the deep breath before the plunge. Do not look back at the shore. The old world is dissolving behind you, and there is no going back to it. The only way is through. The only way is forward into the quantum unknown. And you are not walking into this alone. You are part of a vast, invisible network of consciousness. Millions of points of light igniting simultaneously across the globe. Everything you have endured has led you to this single point in time. The betrayal, the grief, the confusion. It was all alchemy. It was turning the lead of your ego into the gold of your spirit. Now, the gold is ready to be used. Now, you are ready to shine. The threshold is here. The shift is now. We have established that you are standing on the precipice, but now we must confront the mechanics of the crossing itself. You need to understand something fundamental about the nature of this quantum threshold. Participation is not optional. The shift that is unraveling the fabric of our known reality is not waiting for a show of hands. It does not pause to ask if you are ready, if you have finished your plans, or if you feel comfortable. It is a cosmic inevitability, a tidal wave of energetic reorganization that is sweeping through this arm of the galaxy. The wave is moving. The only variable in this equation is your orientation toward it. This is the binary choice that defines the experience of 2025. You can either cross this threshold consciously, with your eyes wide open and your heart aligned with the new frequency, or you can be dragged across it unconsciously, kicking and screaming, clinging to the wreckage of a world that no longer exists. This distinction is everything. It is the difference between surfing a 50-foot wave and being crushed by it. The water is the same. The energy is the same. The outcome depends entirely on your stance. To cross consciously is an act of supreme alignment. It is a declaration of sovereignty. It creates a state of flow where chaos transmutes into creativity, where the dismantling of the old looks like liberation rather than destruction. But to cross unconsciously, that is the path of resistance. Resistance creates friction. And in a quantum field that is amplifying every signal, friction manifests as suffering. It manifests as paralysis, as terror, as the feeling that the sky is falling. But the sky is not falling. The ceiling is just being removed so you can see the stars again. I want you to visualize this clearly. Imagine a river that has suddenly turned into a raging rapid. The unconscious person is grabbing onto rocks, grabbing onto branches on the shore, fighting the current with every ounce of their strength, terrified of where the water leads. They are exhausted, battered, and drowning in their own panic. The conscious person, they let go of the shore. They point their feet downstream. They use the momentum of the river to navigate. They understand that the current knows where it is going. Right now, In this moment, you are being offered the chance to let go of the shore. You do not need to struggle. You do not need to fight the changes you see in the world or in your private life. You simply need to recognize that the reorganization is intelligent. It is benevolent. It is evolution in real time. Declare it to yourself right now. I align with the emergence. I stop fighting the dissolution. That simple internal shift changes your magnetic polarity from resistance to reception. Let us go deeper into what this threshold actually entails, because knowledge is the antidote to fear. When we speak of collapse, the ego hears death, but the spirit hears rebirth. 3 years ago, during a profound state of deep meditation, I was shown a holographic representation of this exact time period. It was not a vision of doom. It was a vision of biological necessity. I saw the life cycle of a butterfly, but magnified to a planetary scale. Consider the metamorphosis. When a caterpillar builds its cocoon, it does not just sprout wings and fly away. It completely dissolves. It digests itself. It breaks down into a primordial soup, a chaotic liquid where the old structure is utterly annihilated. If you were to look inside the cocoon during that phase, it would look like a disaster. It would look like death. But within that liquid goo, there are cells. Biologists call them imaginal cells that hold the blueprint of the butterfly. They hold the vision of the future form. At first, the caterpillar's immune system attacks these new cells as threats, just as the old world systems are attacking the new consciousness right now. But eventually, the imaginal cells multiply, they connect, they reach critical mass, and out of that total dissolution, a higher, more beautiful form emerges. 2025 is the liquefaction phase. It is the goo phase of humanity. The structures that we thought were permanent, our economies, our governments, our social contracts, even our perception of time, are dissolving into the soup. They have to. You cannot attach wings to a caterpillar. It has to become liquid first. You are one of the imaginal cells. You hold the blueprint. That is why you are watching this. You are keeping the vision of the butterfly alive while the rest of the world is panicking about the dissolution of the caterpillar. So what exactly is collapsing? It is not random destruction. It is a precise, surgical removal of the illusions that have kept human consciousness trapped in a feedback loop of limitation for thousands of years. We are witnessing the death of 5 specific great illusions. The first collapse is the collapse of consensus reality. This is the collective agreement we all signed at birth, the unspoken contract that says, this is how the world works. It is the belief that reality is solid, fixed, and objective. That agreement is being shredded. We are realizing that reality is not fixed. It is a mirror. It is fluid. It responds to the observer. The consensus is breaking because too many people are having experiences that defy the old rules. You are seeing impossible things become normal. You are seeing the rigid laws of probability shattered by synchronicity. The official narrative of how life works no longer matches the data of your own experience. The spell is breaking. The second collapse is the collapse of separation consciousness. This is the root of all suffering, the belief that I am in here, behind my eyes, and you are out there, separate from me, and we are competing for survival in a hostile universe. This is the operating system of the ego, and it is crashing. The new frequency is making quantum entanglement a felt experience. We are beginning to feel each other. Empathy is no longer an intellectual concept. It is a visceral transmission. When you hurt another, you feel the blow. When you heal another, you feel the relief. We are realizing that we are not separate waves. We are the ocean in different motions. This collapse will end the age of ruthless competition and birth the age of synergistic cooperation. Not because we are being forced to be nice, but because we finally understand the physics of oneness. The third collapse is the collapse of linear time. We have lived in the prison of the clock, believing that time flows in a straight line from the past, through the present, to the future. We believe the past is gone and the future is not yet real. But this structure is an illusion of the third dimension. As we shift into higher dimensional awareness, the timeline is warping. You are already feeling this. The past is becoming malleable. You can rewrite the emotional imprint of memories. The future is bleeding into the now. You have memories of things that have not happened yet. The sensation of déjà vu is exploding because you are realizing that everything is happening simultaneously in the eternal now moment. We are moving from linear time to radial time, where all possibilities are accessible from the center point of the present. The fourth collapse is the collapse of external authority. For eons, we have outsourced our power to institutions. We look to the banks, the politicians, the academic gatekeepers, and the medical establishments to tell us what is true, what is valuable, and what is safe. Look around you. These emperors have no clothes. The systems are revealing themselves to be hollow, corrupt, and deeply broken. They are not crumbling because of a revolution. They are crumbling because we are withdrawing our energy from them. We are realizing that authority does not come from a title or a podium. It comes from energetic coherence. The guru is dead. The leader is dead. The age of the sovereign individual is rising. You are becoming your own authority, your own bank, your own healer, your own channel to the divine. The fifth collapse is the collapse of materialism. This is the reversal of the great lie that matter is primary and consciousness is secondary. Science told us that the brain creates consciousness, like steam coming off a machine. But the quantum truth is that consciousness creates the brain. Consciousness creates matter. The observer is the creator. As this illusion dissolves, we will stop trying to manipulate the physical world with physical tools and start manipulating the physical world with energetic tools. Manifestation will move from being a mystical practice to being the basic physics of how we operate. We are remembering that the dream is made of the dreamer's mind. Why is this perfect? Why should you celebrate this chaos? Because every single thing that is collapsing is a bar in the cage that held you back. The dissolution of consensus reality frees you to create your own universe. The dissolution of separation frees you to know love without conditions. The dissolution of time frees you from regret and anxiety. The dissolution of authority frees you to claim your crown. The dissolution of materialism frees you to be a master of creation. The chaos you see on the news, the madness in the streets, the unraveling of the markets, it is not the end of the world. It is the sound of the prison bars snapping. It is the demolition crew clearing the site so the temple can be built. If you understand this, you do not fear the year 2025. You welcome it. You look at the crumbling systems and you say, "Thank you for your service, but your time is done." Let us look at the specific signs that this threshold is activating right now. These are not predictions for some distant future. These are the symptoms of the shift occurring in real time. You need to validate your own reality by recognizing these markers. Sign number 1, rapid systemic failure. You are watching institutions that have stood for centuries implode over the course of weeks. Supply chains, banking protocols, political alliances, they are fracturing. This is internal incoherence manifesting externally. A system built on lies cannot stand in a field of increasing truth. As the vibration rises, anything that is out of alignment is being shaken apart. Do not try to fix these old systems. Let them fall. They are compost for the new earth. Sign number 2, the acceleration of truth. Secrets can no longer be kept. Have you noticed? Things that were hidden in the shadows for decades are being dragged into the light. The corruption, the scandals, the hidden agendas, it is all vomiting to the surface. This is because transparency is a property of high-frequency light. You cannot hide in a room made of glass. The quantum field is becoming transparent and deception is becoming impossible to sustain energetically. Sign number 3. Nature is responding. The earth is not an inanimate rock. She is a conscious entity, and she is shifting with us. The weather anomalies, the changes in animal behavior, the resonance of the planet's magnetic field, this is the macrocosm reflecting the microcosm. As human consciousness releases old trauma, the earth releases old pressure. Do not fear the earth changes. Communicate with them. Understand that the planet is shaking off the same density that you are. Sign number 4, the glitch in the machine. Technology is beginning to behave in bizarre ways. Electronics are extensions of our nervous systems, and as our energy fields intensify, we are disrupting the electromagnetic operation of our devices. Lights flickering when you are emotional, batteries draining instantly, computers crashing when you are going through a download. This is consciousness interacting with silicon. You are becoming too powerful for the old tech. Sign number 5, the splitting of timelines. This is the most disorienting sign. You are starting to see people literally existing in different realities. You can be standing next to someone, and they are living in a world of fear, scarcity, and doom, while you are standing in a world of possibility, connection, and peace. It is as if you are ghosting through each other. The frequency bandwidths are separating. You are no longer vibrating at the rate where you can even perceive the reality of the unconscious. This is the separation of worlds that the prophecies spoke of. Sign number 6, the arrival of the crystal children. Look at the souls incarnating right now. The babies and young children, they are different. Their eyes hold a profound, ancient wisdom. They are not coming here to learn how to be human. They are coming here to teach us how to be divine. They are born awake. They are telepathic, sensitive, and intolerant of inauthenticity. They are the native citizens of the reality we are struggling to build. They are here to anchor the frequency. Sign number 7, collective synchronicity. We are seeing massive groups of people having the same realizations at the exact same time, without communicating. It is as if a broadcast went out on the psychic internet. Suddenly, millions of people wake up to a specific truth about health, or sovereignty, or spirit. This is the unified field reorganizing itself. The hive mind of humanity is beginning to think coherent thoughts. Sign number 8, the collapse of karmic loops. This is personal and intense. The issues you thought you had dealt with, the ancestral trauma, the childhood wounds, the recurring relationship patterns, are coming up for one final intense review. It feels like you are being squeezed. This is because you cannot take that baggage through the needle's eye of 2025. The universe is forcing you to drop the heavy luggage. It is accelerating the resolution of lifetimes of karma into a matter of months. It hurts, but it is the pain of healing, not the pain of injury. Sign number 9, you finding this message. I cannot stress this enough. In a digital ocean of billions of videos, articles, and distractions, your consciousness steered you here. You collapsed the probability wave that brought this specific string of words into your awareness. This is your higher self waving a flare gun. It is saying, pay attention, this is the confirmation you asked for. You are not crazy. You are not alone. You are right on schedule. We are no longer approaching the event horizon. We are crossing it. The sensation of vertigo you feel is the sensation of your soul detaching from the third-dimensional anchor points. The days and weeks ahead will be unlike anything recorded in our history books because we are writing a new book. We are charting a course into the unknown waters of the 5th dimension. Those who understand this mechanics will navigate with grace. They will see the storms and know they are just weather. Those who do not understand will perceive it as the end of days. But you hold the map now. You know that resistance creates the suffering and alignment creates the flow. The choice is happening in every microsecond. It is not a one-time decision. It is a moment-to-moment practice. When the news scares you, do you contract or do you expand? When a plan fails, do you panic or do you pivot? When the old world screams, do you scream back or do you listen to the silence beneath the noise? You are being called to be the anchor. You are being called to hold the frequency of peace in a room full of panic. You are being called to be the lighthouse that does not run around looking for boats to save, but simply stands on the rock and shines. Now that we have acknowledged the magnitude of the threshold and identified the signs of the shift, we must move from observation into active navigation. Understanding the mechanics of the collapse is intellectual, but crossing the threshold is visceral. It is an action. It is a daily, hourly, moment-to-moment practice of energetic hygiene. You are walking through a valley of shadows where the old world is crumbling, and to keep your footing, you need more than just hope. You need a strategy. You need a protocol for your consciousness. We are going to dissect the 3 essential pillars of navigating the quantum shift. These are not merely suggestions, they are the survival manual for the awakened soul in the year 2025. If you apply these strategies, you will find that while the world around you may be spinning into chaos, your internal world will stabilize into a crystalline geometry of peace. The first strategy is the art of radical release. The single greatest cause of suffering during a phase transition is attachment. It is the human tendency to dig our fingernails into the things that are trying to leave. We cling to old identities, old relationships, old careers, and old belief systems because they feel safe. They are familiar, but right now, familiarity is a trap. The energy of the new earth is high frequency, light, and fast. The energy of the old earth is dense, heavy, and slow. If you try to carry the heavy baggage of the past into the needle's eye of the future, you will get stuck. You will feel the friction as physical pain, emotional turmoil, and mental anguish. You must view every loss you experience right now not as a tragedy, but as a necessary jettisoning of cargo. Imagine you are in a hot air balloon that is trying to rise above a storm. The storm is the collective chaos. To rise, you must cut the sandbags. Every time a relationship ends, every time a job dissolves, every time a plan falls apart, visualize it as a sandbag being cut loose. You are becoming lighter. You are gaining altitude. Do not fight the dissolution. When you feel a part of your life destabilizing, do not panic and try to shore it up with duct tape and desperation. Step back, look at it with the eyes of a master and say, I release you. Thank you for the lessons, but I am done with this lesson plan. This requires a level of trust that feels terrifying to the ego. The ego wants to hoard. The spirit wants to flow. Practice the mantra, I release what is ready to go, and I trust what is waiting to come. This is how you clear the landing pad for the new reality to touchdown. The second strategy is to anchor in the 0 point of the now. In times of extreme instability, the mind, which is a survival machine, wants to time travel. It wants to race into the future, to catastrophize about what-if scenarios, or it wants to retreat into the past to ruminate on how it used to be. Both of these are traps. They remove your power from the only place it actually exists, the present moment. The future is a probability wave that has not collapsed yet. The past is a memory trace. The only reality is now. When the collective field gets chaotic, when the news is screaming and the people around you are spiraling into fear, you must become the eye of the hurricane. You must drop your anchor into the vertical dimension of the present. This is not just a mindfulness exercise, it is a quantum stabilization technique. Stop thinking. Feel the sensation of your breath entering your lungs. Feel the weight of your body in the chair. Feel the hum of existence in your hands. By focusing your attention on the immediate sensory experience, you pull your energy back from the fractured timelines and consolidate it into a laser beam of presence. This state of presence is the 0 point. It is the place of stillness from which all creation springs. If you can hold this state for even 60 seconds while the world shakes, you become a broadcasting tower of coherence. You stabilize the field around you. You stop reacting to the illusion and start responding from your truth. The third strategy is alignment with emergence. This is the subtle art of surrender, but do not mistake surrender for defeat. Defeat is giving up. Surrender is joining forces. It is recognizing that the intelligence driving this shift is infinitely vastly superior to your limited human intellect. You cannot mentally figure out the optimal path through the year 2025. There are too many variables. The quantum field, however, knows the path perfectly. Your job is to stop trying to force the river to flow uphill and instead turn your canoe downstream. Set your intention clearly. Tell the universe, I choose to experience peace. I choose to experience abundance. I choose to be of service. And then let go of the how. Let go of the specific way it must look. The universe might bring you your desire in a package you would never have recognized. If you are rigid, you will miss the miracle. If you are fluid, you will ride the wave. Practice saying, I align with the highest outcome. I am available for the upgrade. This opens your energetic aperture to receive guidance, synchronicities, and opportunities that are invisible to the person who is trying to control every detail. Control is a relic of the old world. Co-creation is the law of the new world. Now, let us shift our gaze from the navigation of the storm to the destination on the other side. What lies beyond the threshold? What does the reality of the post-shift world actually look like? This is where we must expand our imagination, because the possibilities emerging are not just improvements on the old, they are quantum leaps into a new species of experience. We are not just remodeling the house, we are moving to a different planet of possibility. Possibility number 1, the exponential acceleration of manifestation. In the dense third-dimensional reality we are leaving, there was a significant time buffer. You would have a thought, you would set an intention, and then you would have to work, wait, and struggle for months or years to see it manifest physically. This buffer was a safety mechanism because our thoughts were often fearful and chaotic. If every fear you had manifested instantly, you would be in trouble. But as the frequency rises, the buffer is dissolving. The distance between thought and thing is collapsing. In the new reality, manifestation becomes nearly instantaneous. You think of a connection and the phone rings. You need a resource and it appears on your doorstep. This is exhilarating, but it also requires absolute responsibility. You can no longer afford the luxury of negative thinking. You must become a master of your mental garden, weeding out fear and doubt instantly, because your mind is becoming a rapid-fire 3D printer of reality. Possibility number 2, collective coherence and the end of conflict. War, violence, and exploitation are symptoms of the illusion of separation. You only harm another person if you truly believe they are other, that they are separate from you. But as the veil lifts and we begin to feel the truth of our interconnection, violence becomes energetically impossible. It becomes as absurd as your right hand attacking your left hand. We are moving toward a civilization where peace is not maintained by treaties, armies, or laws, but by a fundamental shift in consciousness. We will naturally cooperate because we will feel the pain of the whole and the joy of the whole. The era of me against you is ending. The era of us is beginning. This will revolutionize everything from geopolitics to how you interact with your neighbor. Possibility number 3, technology aligned with consciousness. The technology of the old cycle was extractive, mechanical, and dead. It disconnected us from nature and from ourselves. The technology of the new cycle will be organic, crystalline, and symbiotic. We will see the emergence of devices that interface directly with human consciousness, technology that responds to intention, technology that heals the biofield, technology that cleans the environment rather than polluting it. Imagine energy systems based on the free flow of zero-point energy, the same energy that powers the cosmos. Imagine medical devices that use sound and light frequencies to repair the body at a cellular level, replacing the crude chemical interventions of the past. We are not going back to the Stone Age, we are advancing to the Age of Light. Possibility number 4, health as a consciousness-responsive system. For centuries, we have treated the body like a broken machine. We swapped out parts, poisoned it with chemicals, and ignored the driver. In the new paradigm, we understand that the body is a holographic projection of consciousness. If the consciousness is healed, the body follows. We will see the mainstreaming of spontaneous remissions. We will see the return of ancient healing arts integrated with quantum understanding. You will learn to speak to your cells, and your cells will listen. Aging will be understood not as an inevitable decay, but as a program that can be rewritten. The vitality you will have access to will be limitless, because you will be plugged into the infinite source of life force energy. Possibility number 5, the transformation of education. The old education system was a factory designed to produce obedient workers who could memorize data and follow orders. It crushed creativity and silenced the intuition. The new education will be dedicated to the blossoming of the soul. Children will be taught how to meditate before they are taught how to calculate. They will be taught how to manage their emotions, how to navigate the astral realms, how to communicate telepathically, and how to steward the earth. Schools will be mystery schools, where the unique genius of every child is watered and given sunlight. We will stop trying to force square pegs into round holes and start celebrating the geometry of every soul. Possibility number 6. Time as a navigable dimension. This is perhaps the most mind-bending shift. We are moving out of the linear trap. You will begin to understand that you can access the wisdom of your past selves and the knowledge of your future selves. You can heal a trauma that happened 20 years ago by visiting that timeline in your meditation and changing the resonance. You can pull skills from a future timeline into your present reality. Time will become a landscape you can explore, not a conveyor belt you are strapped to. You will live in the eternal now, accessing whatever moment is relevant to your soul's growth. The anxiety of running out of time will vanish because you will realize you have all the time in the universe. Possibility number 7, community based on resonance. In the old world, your community was dictated by geography. You were friends with the people who lived near you, even if you had nothing in common. In the new world, community is dictated by frequency. You will magnetically attract your soul tribe, the people who vibrate at your level, who understand your language, who share your mission. These communities might be physical or they might be digital and energetic, but the bond will be stronger than blood. We will see the formation of light cities and intentional communities where people gather to anchor the new frequency together. You will finally feel like you are home, surrounded by family who truly see you. Possibility number 8, direct access to non-physical intelligence. The veil is thinning, the quarantine is lifting. Communication with guides, angels, star families, and higher aspects of self will move from being a mystical gift to being a standard human capability. Everyone has a direct line to the divine. The line has just been muted by static. As the static clears, you will hear the guidance clearly. You will never feel alone because you will perceive the crowded, loving universe that has always been walking beside you. Possibility number 9, reality as a collaborative masterpiece. We are realizing that we are not just characters in a movie. We are the writers, the directors, and the projectors. When we wake up to this creative power, we will start to dream a new world into existence consciously. We will come together in mass meditations and intention experiments to clean the oceans, to heal the forests, to dissolve conflict, and we will see the physical world respond to our collective mind instantly. We are graduating from the unconscious creation of nightmares to the conscious creation of paradise. These possibilities are not fantasies. They are the blueprints of the architecture of the 5th dimension. They are already existing in the quantum field, waiting for us to observe them into reality. The chaos you see now is just the dust from the demolition of the old structures that stood in the way of this magnificent future. The year 2025 is the bridge. It is the narrow, shaky rope bridge between the dying world of fear and the birthing world of love. It takes courage to walk it. It takes focus. You cannot look down at the abyss. You must keep your eyes locked on the other side. Every time you choose love over fear, you place a plank on that bridge. Every time you choose forgiveness over resentment, you stabilize the handrail. Every time you choose trust over panic, you help someone else cross behind you. Do not underestimate the power of your personal vibration. You think you are small? In a quantum system, one coherent atom can bring order to a chaotic field. You are that atom. You are the tuning fork. When you hold your note, the note of peace, the note of faith, you force the discordant energy around you to harmonize with you. This is why you must take your spiritual practice seriously. It is not a hobby anymore. It is your job. It is your contribution to the planetary effort. When you meditate, you are not just relaxing. You are working. You are holding the line. You are anchoring the light grid. So, as we prepare to move into the final phase of this transmission, I want you to check in with your body. How does this vision of the future land in your cells? Does it feel like a memory? That is because it is. It is a memory of where you came from and a memory of where you are going. The golden age is not a destination, it is a frequency, and you can tune into it right now. You are the gatekeeper of your own consciousness. The external world can do whatever it wants. but it cannot enter the sanctuary of your mind without your permission. Guard that sanctuary. Fill it with the images of the world you want to live in. Feed it with the feelings of the future you desire. We are about to discuss the ultimate reason why this is happening now, the physics behind the timing, and your specific role in the critical mass. But for now, sit with the possibilities. Let them expand your heart. Let them blow open the doors of your expectations. The universe is dreaming a bigger dream for you than you have ever dared to dream for yourself. We have arrived at the ultimate question, the query that unlocks the mystery of this entire transition. Why now? Why is the year 2025 the specific coordinate in time where everything changes? This is not a random date chosen by a calendar maker. It is not an arbitrary deadline set by politicians or economists. It is a mathematical inevitability derived from the laws of physics and the evolution of consciousness. We are dealing with a convergence point, a singularity where the upward spiral of human awakening intersects with the cyclical mechanics of the cosmos. To understand why this moment is the turning point, you must understand the principle of quantum coherence. This is the master key. In the world of physics, coherence describes the synchronization of wave patterns. When light waves are incoherent, they are scattered. They move in random directions, bouncing off one another, canceling each other out. Think of a standard light bulb in your living room. It sends photons flying in every direction, up, down, left, right. It illuminates the room, but the energy is dispersed. It is weak. It is chaotic. You can wave your hand through it and you feel nothing. Now imagine those same photons, the exact same amount of energy, but aligned. Imagine them moving in perfect synchronization, crest to crest, trough to trough, marching in a unified rhythm. That is no longer a light bulb. That is a laser. And a laser does not just illuminate a room. A laser can cut through solid steel. It can carry information to the moon and back. It can perform delicate surgery. The difference between the light bulb and the laser is not the amount of energy, it is the organization of that energy. It is the coherence. For thousands of years, the collective consciousness of humanity has been like that standard light bulb. We have been incoherent, billions of minds pulling in different directions, vibrating at different frequencies, consumed by fear, separation, and conflict. One person prays for peace, while another plans a war. One person visualizes abundance, while another is paralyzed by scarcity. This chaotic interference pattern created a collective field that was weak. We could not consciously shape our reality on a global scale because we were canceling each other out. We were a sea of static noise, but something has changed. Slowly at first, and now with exponential speed, humanity is beginning to synchronize. The work you have been doing, the meditation, the shadow work, the healing of your trauma, is not just making you feel better, it is aligning your photons. You are becoming coherent. And as you align, you begin to resonate with others who are aligning. We are moving from the scattered static of the light bulb to the focused power of the laser. The year 2025 marks the moment where we reach critical mass. This is a documented phenomenon in systems theory. You do not need 100% of a population to change a system. You do not even need 50%. Studies in sociology and physics suggest that you only need about 10 to 15% of a system to become coherent for the entire system to flip. When 10% of the people in a crowd start walking in a specific direction with certainty, the other 90% will unconsciously turn and follow. The minority with the highest coherence dictates the direction of the whole. This is not about control, it is about magnetic resonance. A coherent field is infinitely more powerful than an incoherent one. The signal of truth is stronger than the noise of confusion. We are hitting that 10% mark right now. The collective field is tipping. This is why the old systems are panicking. They rely on our incoherence to maintain control. They rely on us being scattered, fearful, and divided. But as we align, as we become a laser of conscious intention, the old structures cannot withstand the intensity of our focus. We are literally vibrating them out of existence. This brings us to your specific role. You might be sitting there thinking, I am just one person. How can my little life affect a planet of 8 billion people? This is the illusion of size. In the quantum realm, size is irrelevant. Frequency is everything. You are not just a passenger on this ship. You are the rudder. Let me give you a metaphor that explains exactly what is happening in your energy field during this threshold. Consider the physics of water. You can take a container of distilled water and cool it down below the freezing point, below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and if the water is perfectly still, it will remain liquid. This is called supercooled water. It is chemically ready to be ice. It is cold enough to be ice, but it is still fluid. It is waiting for a trigger. All it takes is a single crystal, one tiny shard of ice dropped into that supercooled water, or even a sharp tap on the glass, and instantly, in a fraction of a second, the entire container crystallizes. The wave of freezing moves through the water faster than the eye can follow. The liquid becomes solid. The chaos becomes structure. Humanity right now is supercooled water. We are primed. The pressure is high, the temperature is right, and the potential is massive. We are sitting at the edge of the phase transition, waiting to crystallize into the new Earth reality. You are the ice crystal. Your personal coherence is the seed that triggers the crystallization of the collective. When you maintain your center while the world goes crazy, you are that single geometric point of order in a sea of chaos. You are the catalyst. When you refuse to give in to fear, when you hold the frequency of love and trust, you are sending a signal into the supercooled fluid of the collective consciousness. And because the field is so primed, your signal is amplified 1,000,000 times over. This is the concept of morphic resonance. Your state of being is contagious, not in a viral way, but in a vibrational way. Have you ever walked into a room where two people were just arguing? Even if they are silent, you can feel the tension. It is thick. It makes you want to leave. That is incoherent resonance. Now, have you ever walked into a room where someone is in deep prayer or meditation? You feel a sudden wave of peace. Your shoulders drop. Your breathing slows down. You have been entrained by their coherence. Now multiply that effect by millions. As we cross the threshold of 2025, the sensitivity of the field is at its maximum. Your ability to influence the whole is at its peak. Every time you choose kindness, every time you choose forgiveness, every time you choose to see the divine in another person, you are stabilizing the grid. You are making it easier for someone on the other side of the world to wake up. You are the 100th monkey. This is why your internal work is the most important activism you can do. You cannot fight the darkness with more darkness. You cannot scream at the shadow and expect it to leave. You have to turn on the light, and you are the light. The chaos we are seeing, the crumbling of the economy, the political madness, the societal friction is actually a sign that the crystallization has begun. When water turns to ice, it releases heat. It is an exothermic reaction. The change releases energy. The chaos is the heat being released as humanity shifts from a fluid, chaotic state into a structured, crystalline state of higher consciousness. Do not misinterpret the heat as destruction. It is the byproduct of transformation. The old patterns are being pushed out because there is no room for them in the new geometry. The lies are surfacing because truth is a crystal, and it demands clarity. You have been preparing for this for lifetimes. Your soul chose to incarnate at this specific time, in this specific density, because you knew you had the strength to hold the frequency. You knew that when the moment came, when the water was supercooled and ready to turn, you would be willing to be the seed crystal. It is a heavy responsibility, but it is also a magnificent honor. You are the midwives of the new age. You are holding the space for a birth that has been foretold by every major spiritual tradition on the planet. They called it the Golden Age, the Satya Yuga, the New Earth, the Fifth Dimension. The names do not matter. The frequency matters. And the frequency is here. You are not waiting for a savior. You are the savior you have been waiting for, not in an egoic sense, but in a quantum sense. The savior is the awakened collective mind. It is the network of millions of souls like you, lighting up the grid, holding hands in the ether and saying, "We are ready. We are here. We are awake." As the threshold intensifies, you will find that your psychic abilities increase. You will find that your ability to manifest increases. This is because the field is responding to your coherence. You are gaining administrative access to the reality program. In the old world, you were a user. In the new world, you are a developer. You are writing the code. This is why you must be so careful with your thoughts right now. In a supercooled field, a negative thought can crystallize a negative outcome just as fast as a positive one. You must be the guardian of your mind. Do not let the fear narratives of the media infect your operating system. They are trying to keep the water chaotic. They are terrified of the ice. They are terrified of the structure, the strength, and the unity of the crystallized human consciousness. Resistance is futile because the physics are driving this. The cooling has happened. The transition is inevitable. The only choice you have is whether you want to be part of the crystal or if you want to be squeezed out by it. Alignment brings you into the structure. Resistance leaves you in the cold. When you understand this, you stop worrying about the headlines. You realize that the news is just reporting on the steam coming off the water. They are missing the miracle of the ice forming beneath the surface. You focus on your own frequency. You focus on your heart. You focus on maintaining that laser-like coherence of love. Because when you do that, you become a sanctuary. You become a walking safe zone. People will be drawn to you without knowing why. They will just feel better when they are near you. They will feel that you know something they do not, and you do. You know that the shift is not an end, but a beginning. You know that the chaos is just the wrapper coming off the gift. We are entering the era of the conscious creator. The training wheels are coming off. The universe is handing you the keys to the car. It is saying, okay, you have remembered who you are. You have remembered how the physics works. Now, drive. The year 2025 is the driving test. It is the graduation ceremony. And looking at your trajectory, looking at the fact that you are resonating with this message, I can tell you with absolute certainty, you are going to pass. You are already passing. The critical mass is not out there somewhere. It is in here. It is in your chest. It is in your pineal gland. It is in the silence between your heartbeats. You are the tipping point. We have reached the culmination of this transmission. You now possess the map. You understand the terrain. You recognize the signs of the crumbling old world and the seedlings of the new one. You grasp the physics of why 2025 is the pivotal fulcrum point for human consciousness. But understanding is only the first step. Knowledge that remains in the head is philosophy. Knowledge that moves into the body becomes wisdom. To survive and thrive in the coming days, you must move from knowing to being. You must become the living embodiment of the stability you wish to see in the world. The days of passive spirituality are over. We are entering the era of active, energetic stewardship. The chaos of the threshold will try to knock you off balance. That is its nature. It is a storm. The news cycles, the financial fluctuations, the emotional outbursts of the collective. They will act like strong winds trying to uproot you. If you only practice your spirituality once a week, or only when you feel like it, you will be swept away. You need a lifeline. You need a protocol that is robust enough to handle the intensity of a quantum phase transition. I'm going to give you a specific tactical practice. This is not a meditation for relaxation. This is a meditation for stabilization. It is a field recalibration technique. To navigate the year 2025, you need to commit to this with the same discipline you apply to brushing your teeth or eating food. It is essential hygiene for your soul. We call this the Threshold Coherence Protocol. Here is the commitment. You must perform this protocol 5 times every single day. Do not skip it. Set an alarm on your phone right now. Set it for when you wake up, set it for mid-morning, set it for the afternoon peak, set it for the evening, and set it for the moment before you drift into sleep. It does not take an hour, it takes 90 seconds. Anyone, no matter how busy, has 90 seconds to save their own sanity. When the alarm goes off, or when you feel the pressure of the world rising, you stop. You drop everything, and you move through these 5 distinct steps of consciousness adjustment. Step 1 is the acknowledgement. You cannot navigate a threshold if you are pretending you are still in the living room. You must orient yourself in time and space. Close your eyes and say to yourself, silently or aloud, I acknowledge that I am standing at the quantum threshold. The old world is dissolving, the new world is emerging. This is exactly where I am supposed to be. This statement cuts through the denial. It aligns your mind with the reality of the shift. It stops the subconscious resistance that drains your battery. You are telling your system, I am awake. I see what is happening. I am not afraid. Step 2 is the release. As we discussed, you cannot cross the bridge carrying heavy luggage. In this step, you consciously dump the weight you have accumulated over the last few hours. You say, I release my attachment to the old patterns. I release the need to control the chaos. I release the fear that belongs to the collective, not to me. Visualize smoke leaving your body. Visualize gray mist evaporating off your skin. You are not fighting the old. You are simply opening your hands and letting it slide through your fingers like dry sand. You are emptying your cup so it can be filled with fresh presence. Step 3 is the anchor. Now that you are empty, you must fill yourself with the only thing that is real, the now. Take 3 massive, slow breaths. On the inhale, imagine you are pulling stability up from the core of the earth, through the soles of your feet, into your spine. On the exhale, imagine you are rooting yourself into this specific second. Say to yourself, I am here, I am present. This moment is the only reality. Feel the texture of your clothes. Hear the hum of the room. Force your consciousness to leave the hallucinations of the future and the ghosts of the past. Snap into the grid of the immediate present. This is your power source. Step 4 is the alignment. Now that you are present, you must set your compass. You are the captain of your ship, and you must tell the quantum field where you intend to go. Say, I align myself with the highest timeline of emergence. I align with peace. I trust the intelligence of the reorganization. This is a command to the universe. You are collapsing the probability waves of disaster and selecting the probability waves of breakthrough. You are tuning your radio to the frequency of the solution, not the problem. You are declaring your vote for the new earth. Step 5 is the stabilization. This is the final lock-in. Visualize yourself as a mountain. A mountain does not care about the weather. It does not care if it is raining, snowing, or sunny. It sits. It is heavy, ancient, and immovable. Hold that image of yourself for 30 seconds. Feel your base widening. Feel your spine turning to granite. Say, I am the stable center. The world turns around me. I do not turn with the madness. Hold that frequency. Radiate it out. That is the protocol. 5 steps, 90 seconds, 5 times a day. If you do this, you will notice something miraculous happening over the next few weeks. You will become Teflon to the negativity. You will walk through chaotic situations, arguments, bad news, unexpected changes, and they will slide right off you. You will be the calmest person in the room. People will look at you with confusion and then with admiration, asking, how are you staying so grounded? And you will know it is because you are not reacting to the illusion, you are anchoring the truth. This practice does not stop the storm from happening out there, but it stops the storm from getting in here. It determines your experience of the collapse. And remember, your experience creates your reality. If you are calm, your reality becomes manageable. If you are frantic, your reality becomes a nightmare. You have the controls in your hand. Now, I have a critical assignment for you. I want you to anchor your commitment in the physical realm right now. I want you to go to the comment section below. Do not overthink this. Close your eyes, take a breath, and ask your higher self for one single word. One word that represents your intention for the year 2025. Is it trust? Is it courage? Is it flow? Is it sovereignty? Whatever word bubbles up from the silence, write it down. That word is your mantra. That word is your shield. When the shaking starts, you return to that word. Writing it down is a spell. It is a physical act of creation that tells the universe you are serious. Read the words of others. Feel the resonance of the thousands of souls who are standing on this line with you. You are building a digital temple of intention. We have spoken about the shift, the signs, and the strategies, but the most important thing you need to take away from this is that you are powerful beyond measure. You are not a victim of the year 2025. You are the master of it. The universe did not place you here to fail. It placed you here to shine. The separation is ending. The veil is burning away. We are waking up from a long, dark dream into a morning of incredible potential. But the sun only rises for those who open their eyes. This channel, Quantum Reflection, is designed to be your base of operations during this transition. We are building a library of maps for the territory ahead. The videos we create are not just entertainment, they are energetic transmissions designed to keep your frequency high when the collective frequency dips low. We are the tribe you have been looking for. If you are ready to expand your consciousness and step into your next quantum leap, subscribe now, leave a comment below, and share this message with someone ready to awaken. Do not let this video be just another thing you watched today. Let it be the turning point. Let it be the moment you decided to stop being a leaf blowing in the wind and decided to become the wind itself. And one final thing, the video that is appearing on your screen right now, the algorithm thinks it is a suggestion. I am telling you, it is a synchronicity. The unified field has queued that specific video for you because it contains the next piece of the puzzle you are looking for. Your consciousness is hungry for the next level of data. Trust the flow. Click it, watch it, continue the expansion. The last stable moment is ending. The adventure is beginning. The threshold is now, and you are ready.